Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Go Money. Before we go into the details, if you have not watched the introduction and money management videos, please do. It has the basic concept of wave theory and the indicators we use. The money management will give you an idea of how to manage the trade. The link is given in the description. In this video, we are going to look at weekly stock analysis. So we have already discussed all the stocks which we are already in trade. So we'll be looking at the other stocks. For the information of current trades, please look at weekly trade report. So we'll move on to Hdfc. So Hdfc is actually completed the C wave in a daily time frame. So we have an impulse followed by correction to A wave, an impulse inside that, and a correction for C wave. So now we are expecting another wave up. So this can be a good wave for a longer term. Actually, we can just move this to a bigger time frame to give an idea, and we will also add another Fibonacci at this level for a hourly trade. Okay, so this will, for a coming week, this could be a good trade, but it's not mature enough to enter. So moving to Hindustan Lever. Hindustan Lever did the same thing. So we have the trade which completed the impulse followed by a correction and then a longer B wave which completed the correction completed, and then a C wave. So this is A, this is B, and a C. So this has been almost complete. So now when we get a breakout, we will be entering this trade for a longer for the next impulse. Okay, so moving on to HCL Tech. HCL Tech has also completed has completed the impulse followed by a B C wave. The C wave is actually impulsive, so we have to be careful, wait for it to get mature before we enter. It may take a week or two to see what happens, so we have to wait and see. Coming to Wipro, similar situation, it has come down, so we need to wait. It has completed the wave, but we still need to wait to see how it gets mature before we enter the trade. At this point, I don't see a trade, but it has reached the retracement levels. So yes, same situation. Dr. Reddy has also completed its running wave, but is it ready for a trade? Not yet, unless it makes an impulse and a correction. We will not be entering the trade, as we don't never know what it can happen. Basically, whatever the waves may be, we always all the changes or the market conditions will all reflect in wave, as we talked about. So until it happens, until if there is a buying potential, we won't really enter into trade. When the price is falling, it's better not to enter. There's no place to say that okay, it has to do this, it has to change at this point. It's all driven by the current situation and how the stock trades. But all the trades, as we discussed, is all moves in waves, and we want to wait for the next wave to really start. Britannia, again same thing, it has almost completed, but we are still waiting for it to mature, and it has actually had an impulse followed by correction, and this we can get a starting point, but at this point we're not yet. We are still waiting for potential entry point, but at this point I don't see anything yet. So in the weeks to come, we will be getting some trade on this. And comes to CD, and all these trades are the ones which actually have a potential to start. We get the trade in few weeks. So the ones which are in pink has more sideways move, but even in the sideways move on a daily, we might get some hourly trade possible. So in this case, in this scenario, there can be a shorter uptrend possible. So basically based on this impulse, so we will be looking for a trade for this particular time frame, and then we are expecting another drop for sure. If even if it goes up, we are expecting another drop before it starts this uptrend. So but still there is a trade in hourly, so which we will be looking for if we are taking a trade. So we'll keep you posted. Okay, coming to Nestle India. Nestle India is still in a sideways move, and basically it is at an impulse and a correction, and then there is a downtrend. So we are expecting somewhere here, which might be a good entry point when it happens, but still it is still nothing to worry. It will take some more time, maybe a month or two, unless if it impulse up to break out. At this point it has completed the wave, but coming to a retracement will definitely help. Let's wait and watch. L&T, same thing. L&T has also made a correction, and we are in the final C wave, but still we are waiting for it to complete its correction before we enter into the trade. So we still have some more time for this. Reliance, same thing. Reliance had a good impulse up. We couldn't enter in this trade, but again it came down, and we are expecting another leg to correct before it goes. So it will actually be like an impulse followed by correction, impulse and a correction. So we are expecting something around this area, 22,200 rupees, around that area. Yeah, so let's wait and watch. Then comes Bajaj Finance. So this actually completed the wave, the third wave. Basically this is a very long rally on the B comparatively. So possibilities are this might be an impulse before it you might have an impulse before it starts. So we have to wait to see how it performs. So no trade at this moment. So coming to Titan, similar situation. This may start as we are still in the trend and also in the pattern. So there's a possibility that it can start its uptrend. So if we have it, we might try to enter if we get a proper setup in a lower time frame, or else we will wait for another pull down to before we enter. So we are monitoring this also closely at the moment. BPCL as another leg down based on how it goes. So if you have seen this, let me go to a daily. So this made an impulse correction, the correction, and this is the next wave expected. So we are in the last leg of the smaller time frame. Let me go to the hourly. So here you can see it has completed. There's an impulse followed by correction, and we are in the last impulse down to reach 350 rupees, and once it touches, and then if it makes an impulse, so we will be entering it, or we might be on the breakout depending on the pattern of the price action, how what it happens. So yep, this might be a good trade, but it might be till March, it might be sideways. TCS again similar, it's also in the running pattern at this point. So we are waiting for it to consolidate before it moves, it takes the next move. So we will definitely enter when it happens. Yeah, but still has time to do that. Tata Power is actually, it may be a start of uptrend as well. I think this has multiple ways this pattern can perform, as it just complete the impulse followed by a correction, and then we are we had a nice correction to complete this, but I don't see this as a full correction yet. We are thinking this whole thing might be a whole B wave followed by a C wave, and then we might hit another start. So we are expecting this to drop, or else we will wait for another setup here, as we had a pull down at this level. We are expecting at least the next pull down, and then if you are getting a setup, we might end. The next is power grid, which is actually was an impulsive move before we even looked into this chart. So right now it is almost at the top on a daily, so we don't really want to do any trade at this moment, as it has reached its top and we are expecting a downtrend. If you go even for weekly, you will know what I'm talking about. So this has completed. Basically, since we don't have any other way before, we just consider this as a running flat for an impulsive move, and this impulsive move has already been complete, or it's kind of dying at this point. If you go daily, you can see how this MACD has actually coming down. So we are expecting at least some pullback before it starts. So we will see once it happens, then we will try to see if we what to do on this. So Tech Mahindra, as such, it's right now dropping pretty fast, but still it didn't break this trend line as of now. So we are expecting not expecting a reversal yet, but it's a very big drop. We have to see what is going to happen now. So once, based on the price action and how it moves, we might try to, but this also has at least a month or two to see what is the next move on this. Nifty, yes, Nifty is definitely I'm sorry, Infosys actually is also dropping. So not sure at this point what is the next move. It looks like all tech stocks are coming down. Not sure if this is really a bear market, bad trend yet. It definitely broke the trend as a long trend, but still we never know what might be the next stage. But for our indication, let's put this retracement levels, in case if we really going to see our Nifty going to pull back, sorry, Infy going to pull back to 1000 rupees. Not, I don't expect that, as it is really strong, and even if it may be sideways for some time. Okay, coming to ITC again, in a longer run, like if you see a weekly, it had a good run, and now I'm seeing a correction, and correction has already completed for this full wave, and this basically you can take this as a monthly A wave, and this has to come down to complete the A wave or the whole impulse. Okay, and then the next trend can start, but I think at this point there is no trade. And does it need to come down? Not sure. That if you even want to enter, this is not the place to enter. It has to, even if we think this is going to go up to have another running flat, so then this has to go up and then have another correction before it starts. So to break it and then have a correction, so it still has more time to even take any trade on this. Okay, Tata Steel, again same thing. Right now it is just in the A wave on a daily, so we are just waiting to see what is going to happen. It may touch 750 rupees, possible, not sure yet. So if it comes there, definitely it's a good entry for it to reach almost like 2000 rupees. So Bajaj Auto, same thing. It is also in sideways, and I don't see a uptrend yet, and I'm expecting one more leg down before it starts its uptrend. I think it also takes more time, so we'll see how the trade develops, and we'll continue looking into it. DMart, yes, so we did anticipate it to come down, but it really fell down. But is this the end of the run? We don't know yet. but at least we have to see what is going to happen when it pulls back, and see how it goes. But at this point I'm expecting at least one more down trend before it goes up, but let's see. It depends on how the price action at the time, we will decide. But at this time there is no trade. Yep, so these are the stocks which we trade right now. So please comment if you want to look for any other stocks. So in case if we find more interest in some other stock which we are not tracking, we will definitely include in our portfolio. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in our next video.